I'm a VC investor for the last 12 years, and I started out with my own venture capital fund in Poland, in Central and Eastern Europe. We've been investing in digital space at a time when there were no startups, not really any funds, not really any LPs. It's very much a virgin territory. And what I wanted to do was immediately learn from the ecosystem. And where was the ecosystem? Well, the ecosystem was not in Poland. It was pan-European. It's where the startups and the funds were. And so I really wanted to share experience, grow a network, but also thinking about the next stages of fundraisings for our portfolio. We needed immediately to build those relationships so that our portfolio could excel. So this was really, really motivational. And I guess with just a very, very small number of women in venture, it became a sort of a mission to put everyone together and to see how much capital do they really manage and what can we do to bring us, the European VC ecosystem, to parity. We started, about 6 years ago now. The whole market has gone through immense growth, as we know, with 100 billion being invested in European venture. Now this is down to, say, 60 billion. What is unfortunate is that the female-led startups continue to raise around 2 to 3% of capital, regardless of a huge uptake in venture funding or when there is a downturn. So there's clearly a problem there. We have mixed teams that are raising more, and that has been a positive experience, which means that women and men are coming together to create technologies of tomorrow. And a lot of this is happening in those spaces that are really impactful. So thinking about SDG alignment, thinking about the climate challenges, thinking about education, thinking about healthcare, life sciences, and so on. There you will find the mixed teams are really, really working together very, very well. On the allocation side to venture itself, unfortunately their progress is also very slow. So last year we published a piece of research about the fact that for every 10 percentage points of more women in decision-making roles, you get a 1.3 percentage point more IRR every year. So what should you really be doing as an LP? Well, you should be taking that into account that when women manage only 9% of VC money in Europe, where should you be allocating that capital? Well, to the ones that are delivering you the better return. And that's just smart. So I would just say, we're evolving slowly. The opportunity is clearly on the table, and we just have to grow this space. Well, I do think it's very much a top-down initiative because it's where the money is and money speaks. So first of all, we need all those shareholders, all those stakeholders of the ecosystem in Europe to push this topic. One group is the public money, the taxpayer-led institutions, which in Europe tend to be very, very heavily involved in the venture ecosystem. For them, it's a clear decision. 50% of people are women who are taxpayers. They should be managing a similar amount of capital. On the private side, I think what is a guiding principle is return. And hopefully it's also purpose, but it's return. We are investors. And so with mixed teams and female-led delivering a better IRR, shouldn't you really be allocating your capital there? And this is a question that I think we ask ourselves every day. Why is it that we can't make this faster? Why is it that we can't expand? And I do think that a lot of the work can be carried out if we can get both the taxpayer-led, the policy-led institutions in the UK and in Europe to align with this, as well as the private market. I'm kind of hoping that this new wave of succession in family offices, where the younger generation wants to allocate capital both for returns and purpose, will be more aligned with the mixed teams and the women who are really the ones delivering already in their thesis all these positive impacts projects, all these positive impact solutions, products, and bringing science to market. So it's a very, very bright future ahead of us. However, I think we're still very early. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few things. First, there's success stories. Whenever there is a very, very large fund that is female-led and co-led, that raises a lot of capital, it's a great moment. So some examples in Europe include JATO, Revaya, Crowberry, Voima, and many, many others who are actually our members and who are pushing this agenda forward. It's always great to see a successful fund do a first close and a final close and just be able to bring together this entire LP ecosystem. Another thing is changes in policy. So, for example, under the new InvestEU rules, the EIF that manages the InvestEU money has set itself targets to invest a big pool, a big chunk of that into female-led and co-led funds. And I think that we will see the results in the next months or years. Obviously, these are long-term projects and frameworks on the budget side. But what is the important milestone is, I think, the decision right at the very beginning. And I think what is also very, very rewarding is that now we have not just the VC and the growth fund community with us, we are also bringing together limited partners to join European Women in VC as institutions, the men who are leading these institutions, the women who are leading these institutions. So we have some really awesome LP members like BPI France, like NATO Innovation Fund, like CESI in Finland, like the Fund of Funds of Bulgaria. So in many, many parts of Europe, the LPs are really working very hard to align with this mission and to truly bring the capital to the women.